Strong neighborhoods are healthy neighborhoods, and healthy neighborhoods are shaped by the people who live there. With this in mind, the Hamilton Community Foundation's Neighborhood Hubs initiative encourages local residents to address poverty by building on their neighborhood strengths. Residents join with service providers, businesses, institutional partners, and governments to develop strategies that work to reduce poverty and improve the quality of life of everyone. Each hub is different and reflects the diversity of the neighborhood. Some are well established, others are emerging. All offer visible signs of hope for the people who live there.
We had a program called Growing Roots Strengthening Neighborhoods and had success at identifying neighborhoods that were organizing from within to address local and practical problems and try to improve their lot. And the board decided, at the recommendation of the CEO, that they would focus their discretionary revenues on the prevention and eradication of poverty because it was becoming clearer that concentrated poverty was the challenge of our generation. So we determined that there were neighborhoods that were distressed economically, but that showed hope in terms of their resilience and the neighborhood capacity to respond to some support. And that was the launch of the program, and we've continued to support it through our TPT, Tackling Poverty Together, granting program for the past 6 years, and it's pretty clear that our board, our organization are committed for the foreseeable future. Poverty is a complex issue, and we have seen a downward trend in Hamilton really since the late 70s, early 80s with the loss of industry, and we fully expect that this is something that will take time, effort, and frankly money if we're going to make headway.
What I've been doing with the hubs over the last 2.5 years has been assisting the resident population, the service providers, the places of worship, in coming together and forming what we call the local planning team. So the hub itself, in many cases, are a variety of physical locations and programs, but it's really the local planning teams, which is the voice of the community coming together to make a difference, to work together to make a difference. I think what we helped them do was to unleash their potential and to build on that. That's a powerful, powerful resource that exists in this city, in all neighborhoods of this city, and I think that the hub model has really highlighted that capacity.
The Wever Hub has had an incredible impact on this small community. Prior to having the Wever Hub, there was a lot of crime, undesirable behaviors and activities happening in this particular block. Kids didn't have a place to go after school, and there was no sense of community. So in developing the Wever Community Hub, we've helped residents to mobilize, take control of their community, feel a part of their community, and it gives them a safe place to go, play, learn, and live together. It's reduced crime in this area incredibly over the last 5 years. Children are engaged in activities every single day after school, and it's a safe place for all community members of all ages to go and feel a part of a group that cares and a place to go for support. Being involved in developing Hub from the ground floor up has been an incredibly rewarding experience, and each and every day we see the difference that it makes in the lives of people living in this community. It's been wonderful to see what a group of people can do together to make a difference in a community, and watching the growth of this community over the past 10 years has just been incredible, and it's probably one of the most rewarding things I've ever done.
Neighborhood Hub is really the incarnation of collaboration. By having all sorts of service providers and the neighborhood and everyone who has a say and wants to have a say get together, you get to get all the good ideas onto the table. I'm actually kind of proud of the Keith Hub in that we really reflect the Keith neighborhood. One of the strongest things about the Keith neighborhood has always been our mutual support of each other. That support just lends itself to allowing us to have our pride. The community garden is another way to get our neighborhood residents out and into the sunshine and get some fresh air, and it also allows to just have those added little things added to the kitchen table to make sure there's healthy eating and good nutrition going on in the homes. The Euchre is held every week here at the Wever Rothwell Center, and it's put on by the North Central Community Association. The North Central Community Association thought that it would be a good idea to have at least a weekly event to allow the adults in the neighborhood to get out and to socialize with each other as well. The Keith Hub will adapt to whatever the Keith neighborhood needs. Hopefully at some point, the neighborhood will be full of the strong individuals that will be able to make sure that everything is covered for themselves, and the Keith neighborhood may just not need the Keith Hub anymore.
The McQuesten Hub is important to myself and the people within the community because of the different things that we've been able to provide, the activities for the youth that we've put into the community, the contact with the service agencies and service groups. We worked with the Hamilton Housing providing lighting within Oriole 1 and Oriole 2, which has helped cut down the vandalism within that area, and the relationships that we've built here. The relationships that I've built personally, not only between the residents that are in the community, but also with the service providers and the service agencies that come into our community to help the residents. Well, there are 3 early learning centers in different areas of the community that we have, and I think they're good because it helps integrate young children into communicating with one another, communicating with adults, and gets them prepared for school. I think it gives them a good base for a good, strong school and a good, strong education while they're in school. I hope to see the McQuesten Hub continue to grow, to serve the needs of the people that are here as they have been doing now. And I think from that it can only get made bigger and better, make for a better community for everyone to live in.
The Neighborhood Hub means to me it's a place where me and my husband choose to live, to raise our kids. The Jamesville Hub is important because the residents can come and they can be heard and be a part of the solutions. The Breakfast Club, it's a wonderful place for the kids. They go and they chat with the other kids. They have healthy breakfast. Then they go to school, and we have a lot of volunteers who like to, play with the kids and talk with them. And if they have any questions or concerns, they know they are free to come to us and we can help them. The art is important, and I know they have a lot of kids, and it's a good way for them to express. Sometimes they express the feelings through art. Here in Jamesville, it's a collection of sites that work with residents to develop programs and events, and it's also a better place to live.
The Catch Hub is important to our community for many reasons. Parent-child drop-in is very important to us for the aspect of a lot of parents are stuck in their homes only with their child. They don't know their neighbor. They don't know the person down the street. It's so important for parents and grandparents and caregivers and providers to be able to come together and have that socialization. Fit, Active, Beautiful, FAB, is such an important aspect. A lot of teenagers, particularly females, have such low self-esteem. Fit, Active, Beautiful is a place where they can come, they can feel safe, they can be themselves, they can accomplish something and feel good accomplishing a goal. We are so proud to be able for somebody to walk in those doors. We have education, we have work resources, we have resume writing, we have parent-child drop-in, we have teen resources, we have so many aspects in this one place.
The South Sherman Hub is important to us and to the community, I think, because it's a meeting place for a variety of stakeholders. Of course, the primary drivers are the residents themselves. It's their community. The community foundation structure itself allows us to meet together with the other hubs, which has been a tremendous resource for our hub, particularly in our neighborhood. We partner up with the Elizabeth Fry Society, and we provide nursing support to their STARS program, which is for women involved in the sex trade, to come to a drop-in center where they can receive counseling and advocacy and support in their role. In our community, there are a number of Somali families that don't have a focal point, and so through the participation in the hub, they were able to find a resource at St. Peter's. So they meet weekly to discuss problems facing all of them. Most of them are moms, and also they enjoy meal together and fellowship and can tap into some of the other resources of the Neighbourhood Hub. It's a very lively organization with history and momentum, and also with new freshness every month because new people are coming.
The Riverdale Hub came to life about 2 years ago. A service planner came in and some service providers, and they approached the residents, and we sat down and met, and they asked us if we would be interested in having a hub in our community. It's important to the Riverdale community because we have low self-esteem here. We have a greatly diverse population, and what the hub has done is created pride amongst the residents, the children, the adults, and the diverse community. The Riverdale Remedies Craft Group is a great way for ladies to get together and share their cultural differences through crafts, through conversation. They sit down and they make different things, they paint different things, with the end goal to be for them to have a craft sale, earn some extra money, and just get together and chat and talk. The Riverdale Community Food Bank is wonderful. It serves 30 to 40 families a month. We have a great pastor that works at Lightweight Church, where the food bank is run out of, and he takes care of these families. In the future, I see great things. I see Riverdale with many more small grant initiatives. I see residents being more involved. I see family events. I see growth and development, and I see less poverty.
The Crown Point Community Planning Team is important to the community because it is the community. The goals that we set are based on what the community wants. So I think having it come from within, grassroots, is very important to the community. That we have some really committed residents and service providers who actually get out and do things. We've got lots of different projects that we've initiated. We've got the Teen Mums program. There are quite a few unmarried teen mothers in the neighborhood. It's outreach to the community, and it's something that they identified that they would like to be involved in. So I think that's really an important program to have, and other programs similar to it would be good to start up too. The Kiwanis is a great place. I'd have to say this is probably one of the best service providers in our area. They have programs that run all day long and all through the summer, all through the winter, all through the year for kids, trying to get kids involved in the community. And I think by partnering with the Kiwanis Club, we've taken a great step forward in becoming a more cohesive community. The hub to me is the community and each neighborhood and each street that makes up that community.
If we're going to overcome poverty in our lifetime and start to break the intergenerational cycle that we've seen, it will require not only a full engagement by all levels of government, it will also require that people that don't necessarily live in poverty or live in these distressed neighborhoods understand the complexity of the issue and the need for systemic changes to in fact make a difference over the long term. So this is a challenge for all of us, not just people at the Hamilton Community Foundation, not just people working on the ground as community organizers, and not just those people who are supporting the very important resilient work in our hubs. It's a challenge for every citizen of this region, irrespective of what neighborhood they live in and what income bracket they happen to fall into.
With the support of the Hamilton Community Foundation, hubs are facing challenges in their neighborhoods and turning schools, parks, gardens, churches, and apartments into places where children learn, seniors gather, and families connect. But this is not enough. Addressing poverty is a complex issue, and Hamilton still faces many barriers. To learn more and to find out how you can get involved, visit www.hcf.on.ca.